WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and our website, www.wvtcdetroit.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. Thank you for tuning to WVTC Radio Detroit and the Community Bell Show with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner, Edna Bell. Stay tuned for insightful information Detroiters will find valuable. Text a friend and tell them to watch with you for news you can use. And now, your host, Edna Bell.
Hello. It is Monday afternoon at 4 o'clock, so it must be the Community Bell Show. Welcome. As always, we are so glad to have all of you with us this afternoon. It's Monday, it's December, and it's 50 degrees in Detroit. You know, I'm just saying there's something interesting about what's going on with the weather. It's just really interesting. Friday, it was 37 or 27 or something crazy, but it's Monday and it's 50, but I'm okay with that. I like it. I want more. I want more because I don't like the cold weather. The older I get, the less I like cold weather. So I try to find myself someplace warm to go for the next 3 months, at least once or twice. But I'm just happy to be here this afternoon. We've got a very special guest with us this afternoon. You've heard her before, and you're going to hear her probably again. But we're just going to be talking about stuff today. We're just going to talk about Detroit stuff and Michigan stuff. We may even talk about some United States of America stuff. But we're going to be glad to have with us Madam Tashawna Gill, the executive director of the African American Leadership Conference. Hello.
Hi, and thank you for having me again.
I'm always so glad to have you because you just bring such wonderful information.
Well,
to
I'm
us.
happy to be here.
And so I'm just glad to have you. I'm glad. What's going on? Well, and I said after the election, I wasn't going to talk about the election, and I didn't. And we may talk a little bit about it.
We're
not going to talk about
don't
election.
worry.
We got other stuff we can talk about.
We got
that's
other
much
stuff
more
that
positive than that. Yes. So what's going on?
Living
is good.
enjoying life.
We like that.
Relaxing, but also doing what I love. So.
And what do you love?
I love organizing.
Okay, see?
So we never stop organizing. We organize all year round. Year round. So.
All right. Is the supermajority still working?
The supermajority is definitely still working.
Good.
We don't stop. So right now we're making sure that we are strategizing for 2025.
Mm-hmm.
We're also currently still doing events, but I can say the supermajority, we contacted over 4.5 million people.
Wonderful.
So we did our job there.
Yes.
But yeah, we're still active. We're not one of those groups that stop and then come back. No, we organize all year round. So.
And that's how you get things done. For certain organizations, and I won't name any of them, who only organize once every 4 years.
Once every 4 years.
I would think that they would realize that doesn't work.
It absolutely does not work at all.
That doesn't work.
People
need to hear from you.
People need to know that you're not there for the vote.
Yes.
You're there because you genuinely care.
Mm-hmm.
You're invested in their life. You're invested in the outcomes. And so that's what it's not just what we do in the supermajority, it's what I do in every organization that I'm connected with. You're building, I would say, friendships, and these people become family. It's so weird, but it's great.
Yes, but
it's exhausting, but it's worth it.
But you know what? When you like doing it, it's okay.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
so
what
you're
makes
literally
it okay.
doing what you love.
Yes.
That's what I always tell people. Get in a place.
And is it really a job? You enjoy doing it. So you just continue. No matter how long, you just continue to do it. I love what I do. And just because I'm not elected anymore, I'm not going to stop doing it. I still do it.
Because it's not about the title, it's about the person.
And I enjoy doing it. People call me all the time about stuff.
Yes, I'm one of those people.
But I just have a ball doing it. It's fun to me when you can have conversations with people about real life issues.
And because it transcends, it's not politics.
No,
it's literally genuinely people.
So
if y'all, we talked about this before, even if y'all disagree, is a respect factor.
Absolutely. And it's okay. And it's, and you shouldn't agree all the time. I tell my grandkids that all the time. Okay, so you two don't agree, but that's okay.
Actually, that's good. We talk. It's great if we don't agree all the time.
And figure out why she thinks that and he thinks that. And that's a good thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very good thing. I've got a grandson who's coming home from college, his first semester of college. He'll be home Saturday. He's coming home he's at Florida A&M University.
For Christmas vacation?
Yes, for Christmas vacation. Didn't come home on Thanksgiving. We don't do Christmas and Thanksgiving.
Oh, so he has to choose. Wow. That's
No, he didn't have to choose. He didn't have to choose. We choose. You coming home for Christmas. You're not coming home for Thanksgiving. No.
He probably was so lonely on Thanksgiving.
No, he wasn't. We made sure he was okay.
It's nothing like home cooked food.
Well, he said that. He did tell us that.
Come on.
There's a young lady down there that has her own apartment, and so the kids, she cooks.
Okay,
and so
great.
she was cooking dinner, and he called and asked us to send him a honey baked ham.
Okay.
So we found a location in Tallahassee, a honey baked ham location in Tallahassee, Florida. So we ordered. All he had to do was pick it up.
Okay.
So he had his honey baked ham, and he sent a picture of this plate, and he said it was okay.
But it wasn't.
That's
you just don't want different Thanksgiving recipes.
But
But
it was not home.
Like, I don't want anybody else's mac and cheese. I want the mac and cheese that I know every year I'm gonna.
Yes. So he said it was okay, but it wasn't home. But so he'll be home Saturday. And we'll be happy to have him home Saturday, finishing his first semester of college. And he did well. And I'm not sure if he got his 4.0 he was looking for, but he's close.
But he did well.
Oh, he did
What
very-
school?
Florida A&M. Florida
Oh.
A&M School of Business and
It's
Industry.
he has a huge alumni here.
Yes, huge alumni. My oldest daughter, Alicia, graduated from Florida A&M.
Oh,
Yes, so it's a huge alumni. Here. But he'll be
okay.
home, so we're anxious to see. I call him Shorty now that he's 6'3". So I said, "You are Shorty. I don't care how tall you get, you're Shorty."
Oh,
But he'll be home on a Saturday, so we're just happy to have him back home. And
well, I'm happy to hear that.
yeah, happy to have him. And I've got one graduating in June next year, and then one graduating the following June. So I'll be at graduations for the rest of my life. And by the time they graduate from high school, they'll start graduating from college.
Right.
But it's a wonderful
No,
thing.
that's good.
It is truly a blessing to have them. They are all good kids and just absolutely blessed to
I
have
like
them
that,
around.
girl.
They really are.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much. Congratulations accepted. Thank you. Now, African American Leadership Institute. Tell us about it.
So, well, we're doing something different right now.
Mhm.
We've launched something from it. But African American Leadership Institute is an institute where it's been in existence since 2012, 2013.
Mhm.
You can find us at miblackleader.com. And so it's an institute where we train African Americans around the state of Michigan, and we can say and beyond in other states. We do a lot of fundraising. We help people run for office. We stand behind initiatives. We do a lot of things for the African American community. We have the huge award show every year in October where we award grassroots leaders throughout the state of Michigan. And look, after the election,
Yes.
we spiraled into standing up for Black women.
Mhm.
And creating an organization called Our Own Backbone.
Oh.
And it's just a group of Black women. And you know how they started the trend saying that they're done, like Black women are done.
Mhm.
And they're not helping anybody. Well, we're
But
not
us.
helping anybody and all that stuff.
Mhm.
We put a spin on it. We're done with certain things.
Yes.
Okay.
We can't be done.
No, we can't be done. Because
There's
if
too
you're
much to do.
done
We
and
just-
you walk away,
That's
that
right.
they love that.
That's
They'll
right.
smile. They're
Mhm.
not in the rooms,
Can't be
right?
done. There's too much to do.
So we went into education mode.
Okay.
The women that were angry, we're telling them where to put that anger
Yes.
and how to help solve that issue.
Mhm.
Like where? And so right now we're focused here in Michigan on the Michigan Democratic Party.
Okay.
And what do we mean by that? We're focused on making sure, because that's where all the messaging comes from for the Democrats, throughout the state of Michigan. And most people do not understand that, right? And let's just say this, most Black women don't understand that we are the heart of the party.
Yeah.
Without us,
Wonder what
they
would
will not
happen
thrive.
if we decided to leave.
Guess what? They will never win an election.
I
It's
wonder
that simple. They
What
will
would
lose.
just happen if we just said, "Okay, you guys want to run it? Go run it.
Run it. Run it.
We're done with you. We're gonna do something over
We're
here."
done with you.
Mhm.
And that's basically, we're not going extreme to become Republicans.
No, we're not doing that. We're just gonna take care
We're
of us.
saying we know the power of our vote.
Mhm.
And if we are not allowed in the decision-making rooms, and this is where we get technical,
Mhm.
because people try to fight us on this. They say, there are African Americans in the decision-making room.
Where?
Okay, first of all, they were chosen for us. So no longer will the
Mhm.
Michigan Democratic Party be able to just hand us a candidate. You know how that go.
Mhm.
They
Mhm.
pick a candidate, they clear a way
Clear
for
way.
this
Mhm.
candidate. They threaten. I'm gonna be blunt. It's honesty mode.
They
They
threaten.
threaten
folks. Mhm.
people who, for the Michigan Democratic Party chair position and any other position, but they threaten people who so dare
How
to
dare you
run
not
against
listen to
this
what
person.
what we tell you
right?
to
They
do.
threaten you to get out the race. They say you will be blackballed. They do all these evil things to people.
Mhm.
And you're only left with that candidate. So when everybody comes in to vote at convention, guess what?
That's the only
It's
person
only
there
that
is.
candidate.
Mhm.
So you think you
But
picked that
everybody-
candidate. Okay? That candidate was forced upon you.
Mhm.
So what we are saying is, as Black women, that's not happening. If you
No.
choose to put somebody on us,
You go.
you will not have
go
our
take care of
vote.
them.
You're going to take care of them.
Mhm.
This party will be yours.
Mhm.
Our vote is the only one. The Black woman
That they can
vote is the only
consistently
one
count
they
on.
can consistently count on. We are the only
Not
reliable
only
thing.
count on the vote, but count on the work.
Count on the work and the vote.
That's
They
it.
can count on our work. They can count on our vote. We are the only consistent thing that they have. We have not swayed.
Nope.
We have not stepped out of line. Every time they say this election is the one, we come out and be like, we're with you.
Here we are.
We never question them. So guys, that's what we're done with.
Mhm.
So when we say with the group our own backbone, we're done. We're done with that. Nobody will lead us. We will lead ourselves. And we are a coalition, this is what people don't know, of other groups that understand that they're not leading us.
Yep.
Because we've carried these
Them.
groups.
Yep. See what happens if we're not there to carry you. See what happens if we're not there to
So
make
that's
the
what we're
phone
done
calls
with.
and knock the doors and all of those kinds of things.
And we're not compromising on this. And we do it politely and kind. But we're not compromising anymore because I know as a Black woman, we have sacrificed for everybody else. We have voted, and I always tell people when they say it's two of the less evils. Well, how do they say it? I don't even like the
The
statement.
lesser of two evils.
See, I don't even know the
Yeah,
statement because I don't.
Yeah,
Let me tell you,
it's
the
a
lesser of two evils. This is
I'm
how
not
I
having that.
defined it.
Mhm.
If
Evil
I'm not
is
getting
evil.
nothing from
Evil-
this person,
evil is evil, no matter how
Right.
whether it's less or not.
that's a trick. If I'm not getting nothing from this person and I'm not getting nothing from this person, I'm not getting anything. Most of the time, Black women, we know we're not getting nothing from the Michigan Democratic Party. We know, this is what they fail to realize. We know nothing is coming. But we do it because maybe the LGBTQ plus community is getting something. The progressive community is getting something. The grassroots community is getting something. We go without eating. We go without the raises. We Black women sacrifice so much and have sacrificed so much. We're done with that. We're done. And so I don't care. You know how they send people. You know, they send people that look like us to sit and talk to us. But
I listen politely.
Politely.
I listen politely.
Politely. You might don't want to do this, Tashawna, because
And what's the reason what's the reason I don't want to do it?
oh no, because you will be blackballed or you will be
okay,
this or you will be that.
Okay.
You know what?
Has that not being blackballed gotten me anything? You know?
But
So let me see what blackball looks like.
you have to when you're
let me see what
literally
blackball looks like. 'cause
somebody has to stand up and do what's right. When you see a wrong, you have to do what's right. And those people who so-called have this power know that it's unfair. Why? I don't get it. It's better to involve everybody and listen to everybody. That way we win.
At least something.
The way they're doing it right now, we're losing because nobody is involved. So that's where we are. This will be a group that's always, we're switching into fundraising and all that stuff. Not only will we help breed candidates, but they don't just have to be African American. So that's not what we're saying.
People
We
who are
support
supportive of
people-
the African American group.
Yes. We support people who respect Black women. Just with this initiative, because we're doing a press conference tomorrow.
Oh,
At
okay.
11 o'clock. And so we just send out an email to every elected official asking them to get on board with supporting Black women, right? Actually, the majority of our support quickly, without a doubt, came from non-African American candidates. All right. Right. Now, some of the African American elected officials responded very quickly. I can say that. But the majority of our responses when we announce them tomorrow are non-African American candidates. And I'm gonna give you an example. When I sent out an email, the first person that responded, like before I can even turn my head on my laptop, was Congresswoman Rashida Tlaib. Instantly. Instantly.
Of course she would.
I know, but instantly without doubt.
Interesting.
Right. I found that very interesting because she could have just not responded. Because I wouldn't have been after her, you know. But we have Rep. Young who responded, Helena Scott, you know, the but it's some African Americans, mayors, I would say, that have yet to respond, which is very mind blowing to me because you're an African American mayor. So how could you not be? It's just a simple question. Do you stand with Black women? And so we're analyzing this, and I'm gonna say loud and clear. And this is, if you are not with Black women and you're scared to stand with Black women, guess what?
Don't expect them
When
to
your
be with you.
election,
Don't expect them.
this
to be
is
with
not that movement where we forget.
Mhm.
After November the 5th, the world drastically changed. And I don't think people actually get it. When a Black woman says she's done,
They don't understand.
they don't
We
understand.
really do mean.
We're done.
We're done.
It's a whole new
And
world.
it takes a lot.
It takes a lot.
It takes a lot for us to finally say, okay, I'm done with
It
this.
takes a lot for
I'm
us to
done.
say that.
And sometimes in my life, I know I say that's probably one of my quirks, that I go a long way. But once I say I'm done, I'm done.
Once I say,
And there's no going back. There's nothing you can say to me after that. I'm just done.
and I feel sorry. This is what I feel sorry for. I feel sorry for the candidate who they have chosen to run for the MDP chair, right? It's a white man.
Okay.
And we hear, I'm not sure if this is exact because I haven't spoken to him but we hear that he's being pushed from the governor's office. Okay.
Mhm.
And so I say this to the governor's office
Let it
because
go.
I worked for her, and all this stuff. Are your people that's on the ground telling you exactly what's going on? Like,
And
do
see,
you
that's the issue.
hear the
Does she
cries
have
of the
people
community?
telling her the truth?
Because this young man lost his congressional seat.
Mhm.
Why would we want, first of all, sorry, excuse the language, a loser? He couldn't win his congressional seat, but you think he can win the state of Michigan?
And now we're going to give him a nice spot in the state.
And if he needs,
Does he know how to win? We need somebody who knows how to win.
this is like, we need somebody who knows how to organize. We
Mhm.
don't need just a person that's there telling people what to do. I want to see the next chair has knocked doors. And I want to know how many doors you knocked before. I want to see the next chair that has done the gritty work. That's what we need right now to where we are. And it can't just be a friend's program. Like,
No.
because this is your friend, at
Time out for friends now.
at the risk of what? The
Mhm.
people of the state of Michigan?
Exactly.
But my question is, if it is being pushed by her office,
does she really know what's
does
going
she
on?
know? Has her
Is somebody
office
really
told
telling
her?
her?
Black women are not happy and they're not going for this.
Mhm.
I'm just gonna be like, you probably need to talk to Black women. They're not going for this. Period.
It's not.
And at the risk of serious, if they think they're doing this, we will not vote. Like, next year will be different. It's not saying that we won't vote, but we
We're
won't
gonna
vote for their
vote.
candidates.
We're going to vote for the people who
We're gonna vote
support
for
us.
the people who support us.
Mhm.
Because I'm always vote. But it's gonna be for the people who support us.
Yes.
And just like most of them skipped over Harris,
Mhm.
we can skip
Skip over
over whoever they try to push out there.
Mhm.
We can just skip over it.
That's right.
And that will be our campaigns.
Mhm.
Because this is hurtful. Now it's to a point where you're just disrespectful to say, this is the guy, everybody. And get on board.
And who said it should be the guy? What process did
No,
you
it's
go?
just a
No,
small
what
group of people. It's no
what-
process.
What
Like,
process did you
just-
go through to determine this is the guy?
This is the process people need to go through.
Mhm.
Just anybody who wants to run,
Step up.
let them have a fair election
Mhm.
with no bullying, with no threats of, we got the unions, you got, with no threats of, just let anybody who want to run. Those who know that they don't have a win number will step down and merge with
Absolutely.
others.
Mhm.
But just to push people out the race is ridiculous because you have the power
'Cause
and
you
you
can.
can.
Especially
So
at this point in time. This is not the time
it's not the time.
to decide that you're going to make that decision for people.
It's not the time.
This is not the time. This is a time when you want to bring people in and you want to talk to everybody and you want everybody to have a voice and what this is
We
going to
want
be
everybody.
and who this is going to be, because everybody has to have has an opinion.
And let me tell you what, let's talk about why it even matters more. You got a young man who's the mayor of Detroit that just announced what? He's
Mhm.
going to run as
Run
an independent.
Yes.
Okay. So if you decide to push a candidate on somebody,
Mhm.
if you think you're pushing a candidate on us, and that young man comes and say, "Oh, let me talk,"
Oh,
you're pushing your
Everybody
Democrats
away
a
from-
whole. You're pushing a huge part of your big tent
to somebody else.
to independent right there.
Mhm.
So the party will be is already destroyed.
Mhm.
It will be because they just think this is what they think about black women. They'll come back. They just mad right now.
See, they probably don't understand that there are black women like me who once I say I'm done,
Black women like me.
I'm done.
And 500 more.
And I'm not
it's
mad at,
500
I'm not mad
more.
at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm just done.
It's 500 more that have signed on to our, just like in the past, this has been like 3 weeks, that have signed up to help us make phone calls and do all these things. Like we have a whole campaign going here.
Yeah.
But we are truly done. We're not saying we have to pick, we just have to be in that process to say, no, yes.
We got to pick somebody
something.
who supports us.
You're
That's all.
You got to ask us something. We are 92%. Without us, you will lose every election in Michigan. Black women gave them the trifecta.
Gave it to them. Yep.
It was no African American run. Garland Gilchrist he didn't run, he was picked. I'm saying it was no African American running statewide like a Richard Austin, on his own.
Exactly.
The longest serving Secretary of State, black man, right? It was a all white ticket. Although African American women complained and was a small rumble and was looking for African American on the ticket somewhere.
Anyway.
We still went along. This time is so important, right?
Right.
And help make a trifecta.
Yes.
We gave them Biden. Biden thanked us after it, right? Thank you, black women, right? So he recognized it. He did a whole thing. He understood. He said, and he's appointed so many black judges. And then I love how he stood up for Kamala. Because he could have just been like,
I'm done.
So he has still black women, no matter what people say. But you give up. Like, I just want one person to tell me, they'll say, Supreme Court Justice Kyra Harris voted. Okay. That's what they would. That's the response we're getting.
That one.
And I love her.
I'm so glad she won. We worked hard for her.
We worked hard for her because, again, I mean, the treatment of Judge Deborah Thomas.
That's a whole.
I think we deserve Kyra Harris.
Yes.
So no, I'm look.
And the way they treated Denise. What was I know Denise? Judge from Oakland County.
Oh, yes.
The way they treated Denise.
Yep. So
they owed us Kyra Harris.
They owed us that, but out of the trifecta, what did we get? What did we get? You saw Rep. Sherry just held the thing in Detroit where the legislation
they're not even coming to work. They're not even coming to work. They're just kind of doing whatever they want to do. So
tangible results is now it's no more symbolic.
No.
And I don't know how many times we can say this. We really are done. It's it's so different now.
So done.
It's so
different.
And
it's not that I don't dislike you. I'm not going to fight with you. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm just done.
It's not an argument. It's not an argument.
There's no argument to be had. I'm just done.
We get it. We get that we have to do this on our own. We are our own backbone.
And we've been our own backbone.
We've been our own backbone. But we've been allowing other people to lead us.
Well,
That was a hard revelation to face.
yeah.
We literally have been allowing other people to lead us. Think about it.
Yeah.
They
we have
say
been.
this, they come and convince us, they
Mhm.
separate a few of us.
And yes, and the thing that gets me, they don't put the money back into our
Nope.
communities. They
Mm.
get all that money. How many black companies and radio stations and
That's
PR
another
companies
thing. How many
got money
how
from
many
the deal?
black
None.
people got money? How many black companies got money from COVID? I don't know. I mean, we need to find that stuff out.
Mhm.
How many black contractors there were when all
Yeah.
that money was given? Like,
So
we're not respected
so we're
at
done.
all.
We're done.
We're used as tokens.
Mhm. And that's not acceptable.
And we see that and we
Mhm.
understand, like in this movement, I just want to say to other black women, we understand that some women are tokens. We may have been tokens at some time.
And we understand that.
We understand that, but we want you to know that it's no amount of money at all is wrong. And we have to stand up for what's wrong.
Mhm.
It's wrong, it's not fair, and we're not asking something that's
It's outlandish.
irreasonable.
This is not
Like
an
it's
outlandish
the right
request.
thing.
Mhm.
We're the majority of the Michigan Democratic Party. At least we can have a say. But we're doing something even crazier. We don't want to be the only one that have something to say.
Mhm.
Our army includes progressive, grassroots, precinct delegates, all of the people that have just been ignored, youth.
Mhm. Oh.
So it's just that we know that we know that we have to take care of everybody.
Yes.
But
And we've always taken care of
we've
everybody.
always taken care of
That's nothing
everybody.
new.
That's nothing new.
That's been our role. We
That's
take
nothing
care of
new.
everybody.
it's nothing new at all.
Yes.
So
So talk about the press conference tomorrow.
okay, so the press conference tomorrow is going to be at our campaign office, 18441 West McNichols, on 6 Mile near Southfield. And the press conference tomorrow is just to say what we're saying right now. It's to explain, because everybody keep getting it confused, that, they're not going to vote. Oh, they're not. No. Oh, they're not going to help anybody else. They're putting themselves in silos. No.
This is what we're going to do.
This is what we're going to do. We're having our own campaigns. We're breeding our own candidates. We're funding our own candidates. We're demanding support. We're demanding answers from people. If you are an elected official and you plan on running again, do you support black women? How? Okay. And how many African Americans do you have working in your office in Lansing? Like, we're going in deep like that. It doesn't have just, and this is the coolest part. We're supporting our black men. We're, we have to. We're putting a shelter around our black men.
We always have. That's nothing new. We've always supported our black men.
We always have, but we're doing it, I would say, super out loud and letting them know, you bet not dare try to touch them. Because people are upset because black men voted 20% or whatever for Trump in certain states, right? Okay. That is not the black man problem. That is the Michigan Democratic Party problem, because people go where they are celebrated. There was no initiative, although the Michigan Democratic Party was told that Republicans was coming in, organizing our black men. You know how I know they were told? Because I did the phone call and stayed on the phone for over an hour, telling them 4 years ago, Republicans are in the city of Detroit, going to barbershops, in our colleges, getting our men,
black men,
right? I was told, we don't have any money to focus on them. We focus on who our voters are. I said, we can start some type, this is an hour-long conversation. It was probably longer than an hour. I was also told that, I said, well, all they need is a little. They don't need all of they need a little. That would never happen. So your gut. My gut told me, because people go where they are celebrated.
Yeah.
People go where they feel valued.
Yep.
So anybody think they mad at the black man or anybody else that voted, that's where they felt valued. The person that didn't have any, they be like, how can somebody with no money vote for a billionaire?
It
he
happens
made them
every-
feel valued.
But it happens all the time.
That he made them feel
Everybody
valued.
who's run for office is a million, maybe
But
a millionaire.
he made them feel valued. He made them feel
Feel like-
like he was one of them.
Mhm. And that,
You know, he
yeah.
spoke their language. He brought them in. He said, I'm going to take, that is the how. I mean, it's not rocket science. It's Hitler all over again. You know,
Yeah.
maybe if you do some history, you will know how it happened.
Mhm.
But so we are promoting and protecting our Black men because it seemed like we have been separated from them on purpose. You know what I'm saying? And leave them out there.
Yep.
So as Black women, we are making a conscious, mindful decision to promote and protect and put love on our Black men. So if the party don't want to bring them in, we gonna bring them in. You know what I'm saying? And we're creating things around them. So it's just a whole different movement. I just consider myself, I am no longer like organizing just for the part. You know, it's more like community, family, the right thing. Who identifies with Black women? Who respects Black women? Who understands us? Who's actually going to fight for us? If it's us in office and we are not fighting for us,
Then
I
we
say
need to
out
find
loud, you need to
somebody
step
else.
down.
We need to find somebody else.
Because
to
don't
take
get
that
upset
position.
if I don't,
Mhm.
I'm not going to support you. I can't support you if you're not doing anything for.
All of us. Yeah.
I can't. You can do something for us while I'm doing something for everybody else. Rashida's leave us. I mean, you can stand up for Black women and Black men while taking care of everybody else. Black women do it every day.
All the time. All the time.
And we're
All the
about
time.
to show them how it's done.
All the time.
We're literally about to show them how we can support LGBT community, which is a huge part of our movement, while making sure Black women are first, right?
Yes.
We're about to show them how to do it without leaving anybody out the loop. But that's what
And you
we're
don't
doing.
have to leave anybody out.
Not everybody.
Um,
But that's what they better watch, the Mike Duggan factor.
They need to know their history.
That man has
know their
not
history.
lost.
Do they know how he won in the first place? Maybe there are people around who don't
But
know
I
how he
will
won
tell
in the
you
first
this,
place.
whether you like him or love him, he is one of the smartest politicians ever when it comes to organizing.
Yes, he
I'm gonna
is.
be real.
Mhm.
We it's not about like or love. It's not a
It's just about getting it done.
he understands the mechanism of organizing. He understands the mechanism of coalition building. He was just seen as the leader of the Democratic Party. So do you think y'all think he just gonna lead those people? He's about to figure out
How to get all those people over to his side.
because they
Come
need
on now.
somewhere to belong. And everybody on the internet, he's going to split the vote. He's going to be the vote. He does not get into anything
unless he
he
thinks he
has
can
not
win.
tested over and over again. Check the research. Like, he's going to split. No,
Check
he
your
is
history. I worked with him.
It's so
30
funny to watch the
30
internet.
years
It's
ago,
funny.
I worked
It's
with him.
hilarious watching this. He is the vote.
They don't understand.
He is the most. So
30
whether you love him or hate him, you gotta beat him.
That's right.
Or you gotta beat him or be with him.
You might as well join the parade because he would not have done it. If
He would
didn't
not
think
have
would win.
done it.
I know him well enough
You-
to know that he would not have done it if he thought it
So
was going
all
to
the
be a
young
problem.
people or the people who think they know politics, he's going to split the vote. Oh my God, he's not going to get any votes. Even if he got Republicans and Democrats, he will lose. He does not. I repeat,
He
he
does
does
not
not,
go
get
anything
into anything
that he
that
thinks
he
he can't
cannot win at all.
I know him well, I've known him for.
He's
as I
not
said,
jumping in there. He's not just going to say, "Ooh, let me go." You know how some people just wake up and say, "Let me run for office."
Nah,
That's
that's
not
not
him.
him. He's been planning this. He's
And-
been planning
And the
this.
Democratic Party and the Republican Party in Michigan are both in shambles.
They should be afraid of
They're
him.
both in shambles. Where are all you got the Black women that we might not vote Republican because guess
But
what?
We're not going to vote
If
Democrat
they don't
either.
do what they need to do, I'll be a happy independent voter. I'm telling you, I'm not going to vote Republican.
I'm not going to vote
But
Republican.
Mike Duggan
But-
gives you that
but-
safe space to say,
Okay.
okay, and I get to prove a lesson.
And the difference is you know him. You know what he will do. You know what he can do.
You know what he can do. And I know and I know, however people say it is, he has always supported Black women.
Mhm.
Look at Malia Howard, who is a dear friend of mine, who came up through the ranks and he just made her deputy mayor.
Mhm.
Look at Alexis Wiley. Whether you love or hate,
That's right.
if you look of who he's promoted, it's always Black women. And if whether people say that's strategic or not,
Whatever it is,
he's been doing it for years.
It's not new.
It's not new. He came in doing it.
He did it when he was the assistant county executive in Wayne County when he worked for McNamara. He did it. So he worked at the hospital. He was
So if you say
strategic,
he been strategic for how many years?
At least 30 that I know of.
But McNamara had Virgie Rollins.
Mhm.
So he learned from McNamara. Like,
that's
okay,
right.
let's figure this Black thing out.
That's right.
He figured it out.
So
that's an escape for Black women who don't agree with the Democratic Party and don't want to be a vote Republican, like change their whole thing. Is in the middle. It's like I'm in the middle.
And it's going to be interesting to see who they put up from the Democratic Party. And I love Garland Gilchrist, but he can't win.
He can't win statewide.
No, he can't win statewide.
He can't win statewide.
We know a Black man is not going to win statewide ever again.
He can't win
statewide. He can't win statewide.
It was Richard Austin.
Richard Austin is the only one.
Richard Austin, and he won
one.
so many times.
Yes,
they were like, we got to have term limits.
Yes, exactly. So we know it won't be him. And Jocelyn Benson is a nice lady. I've known Jocelyn since before she was where she is now.
But in the end,
but she can't win.
If in the end, whoever they put up, they still gonna have to go against Mike Duggan.
There it is.
And Mike Duggan, whether you like him or not, I'm just telling y'all facts. Look it up. Because, you know, some people go off emotion. When you working in campaigns, people, you got to go off of facts. The fact is, he got people all around the state that he has trained and sent out. And they love to help him. They're not forced. They're not forced because
and look at the business people around the state.
Business people around the state. He has. Because he's not going to raise that much. I don't know.
Yeah, he's already raised what he knows. They don't understand.
They don't understand. These are new political strategists that believe.
They need to go back to the 1990s and read some books and read some newspaper articles and understand what really goes on. But that's the way it is.
That's the way it is. That is going to be so interesting.
Yes.
It's going to be funny to me.
It's going to be fun to watch. It's going to be
hilarious to watch because he is a heck of a campaigner, and once he's in campaign mode, he's in campaign mode. It's going to be that's an interesting race. I know.
I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to enjoy watching this.
That's an interesting race.
Yes, it's going to be.
That's going to be interesting
race.
I don't know who the Democratic Party will put up. I heard Mallory McMorrow. But what I can say is that I don't see the Michigan, and I'm sorry, Garland, I don't see the Michigan Democratic Party or the elite getting behind him. I think if he wants it, they're going to wind up disappointing him. That's what I believe.
Yeah,
they're going to give him all the reasons why he can't. I think he should have did Senate. The Senate. I think he should have
done the Senate.
He had a better chance in the Senate, and maybe he didn't want to do it, or maybe he thought about doing it.
No, they had already selected their candidate for
See,
Senate. That's why.
Yes, they did. But he still should have said, "I'm doing it," because he could have actually won Senate.
He could have won Senate.
He could have won Senate because in that moment in time, African Americans were looking for a Black leader, and even the progressives, it's no Black leadership.
That's right.
So
that's right.
That he could have did Senate, but I don't. I would be shocked.
Well, it's gonna be fun.
Support him.
It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun. We're just happy that We're here to
Who
talk
else?
about it.
Somebody said he has Dan Gilbert. I
Yes,
think she
there
said
you-
Mike Duggan got
he
Dan
does.
Gilbert.
And what else do you need if you got Dan Gilbert?
You right about that, Tracy Pease.
Tracy,
He
you're right.
has Dan Gilbert.
But not only does he have Dan
He got friends
Gilbert,
around the
he's
country.
got Denise Illich.
He got-
And he's got the forwards. Who else do you need? Gilbert, Illich, and the forwards?
And he doesn't
Baseball,
push.
football, basketball, and hockey. There it is. There it is.
But I say to those people, please research Mike Duggan before you get
Yeah.
online saying, "Oh, he's gonna." There's no way. He does
You better
not.
do
We
your homework.
repeat.
He does not do anything he doesn't think he can do. He can win. And he
He probably had
Do your
poll
homework.
after
All
poll,
after-
research after research, running again.
mhm.
Okay,
Yeah.
we ready.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go. Let's go, gang. It's a wonderful thing. I can't wait to watch it. I can't wait to
I
watch
can't.
it. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, I can't.
But I want you to go back to the press conference tomorrow.
Oh.
Tell them where, what time.
Okay,
and who
so
and
it is
all
at
that.
11 o'clock. Some people are arriving at 10:30. If you want to attend, you must RSVP. I would
Oh,
say
I can't go.
visit. You
Doctor's
can't come.
appointment at 11.
Oh, yeah.
Darn.
Visit miblackleader.com. If you want to attend, you can click there and RSVP. It's African American women. We have our western part of the state, progressives coming. We have two people that plan on running for chair coming, saying that they stand with Black women. Albie J.
Okay.
Williams is
Okay.
running for chair of the Michigan Democratic Party, and this other guy who's a white guy, right? So we're
That's
not.
okay.
His name is Mark Ludwig, and he's running for chair of the Michigan Democratic Party, and they both stand with Black women, so they both will probably be attending. But the press conference, if you stand with Black women, you want to come here after the press conference. Of course, we'll be doing our day-to-day, making phone calls. It is our campaign office, you guys. And so I can't really give them the secrets of what we're doing after the press conference
That's
unless you
okay.
signed on to support us, first of all. But it is tomorrow at 11 o'clock, 18441 West McNichols, 48219.
And for those of you who are not from Detroit, West McNichols is 6
It's
miles.
6 miles. I apologize. So yes. Yeah, it'll be interesting. We have Mayor Valerie Kendall.
Kendall, I love her.
Harper Woods. I have to tell you, that was the first person, actually, the first African American elected official that stood with us.
Mhm.
Mayor Valerie Kendall.
She is so great.
And I didn't see it. Not that I mean, just it's hard for people. I don't care, I stand with people on stuff if it's the right thing.
Mhm.
But some people, I gotta see this. No matter how much you did for them. I don't know. I gotta see.
Uh-huh.
She has been
Always.
amazing. So Mayor Valerie Kendall will be there, and Angie Smith,
Mhm.
City Council. No, she's running for City Council. I'm claiming it. School Board, Farmington Hills.
Okay.
Also the mayor of Farmington Hills came out to support
Oh, okay.
white woman.
Mhm.
So it's so many. We'll give a whole list tomorrow of who. But yes, the press
Wonderful.
conference is tomorrow. It starts at
Wonderful.
11. We're asking people to come. Oh, Congresswoman Haley Stevens.
Okay.
Right. One of the first.
Mhm.
I have to say that. So Congresswoman Haley Stevens is on board. So too. yeah.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Wonderful. Well, everybody, you've heard from Madam Tashawna Gill about what's going on with Black women and standing together and supporting each other and supporting others who are supportive of us. It isn't just about Black women, it's about those people who support us. We will help, we will support you
We
also.
will support you.
And we're just pleased to have her with us to talk about
I'm
what's
happy
going
to
to
be
happen.
here.
And then she's going to come back later and tell us how the press
It's so
conference went and tell
comfortable.
us how things
I'm
went.
always honest. My mouth gets me in trouble.
It's all right.
That's I'm true though. Yeah.
Oh, but it's gonna be a great day tomorrow for that press conference. But I think it will send a message to people that I'm done.
We're done. And we're literally not playing.
And you need to have a sign made that says,
Oh, we have
You
those.
got that?
I will save you.
Save-
We have
save me.
t-shirts too.
Save me. I'm done.
Smart. I'm gonna get a big one.
I'm done.
Amazon.
Yes.
Yes.
Just
We have
I'm done.
t-shirts, the sun, everything.
Perfect.
Mhm.
Perfect. Thank you so much for joining
Thank
me.
you for
Thank you.
having
Thank you. We'll have you'll be back to talk about this. You'll see what's going on as we progress through this next year and or 18 months
Right.
to see how things are going. I appreciate your coming. Our guest has been Madam Tashawna Gill, Executive Director of the African American Leadership Conference. We are glad to have her. I appreciate all the work she has done over the years to get folks information
Information is key.
is power. Believe me, folks, information is power. They try to keep it from you. Don't let them keep it from you. Read yourself. Read. Don't believe everything you see on the internet and on your phones. Read yourself. Have a great day. We'll see you next Monday at 4:00 for the Community Bell Show.
I love teaching others because when I first got into the healthcare field, people overlooked me. I was really a ninth grade dropout who had no education, but I was determined to make something of myself for my baby. So Motor City matched the funds I put into my business. They awarded me $20,000. So now I'm able to focus solely on first step healthcare training and give it everything it needs. All because I live in Detroit.
Thank you for listening to Community Bell with your host, former Wayne County Commissioner Edna Bell. This broadcast was brought to you by WVTC Radio Detroit. You can find us on Facebook, YouTube, our website, www.wvtcradio.com, or download our WVTC app from the Play Store for Android users and the App Store for iPhone users. If you've enjoyed this broadcast, tell a friend to tune in. We'll see you next Monday at 4 p.m. Eastern to the Community Bell Show, right here on WVTC Radio Detroit. You're listening.
Go to your Apple or Google Play Store and download the WVTC Gospel Radio app today. You can also say, Alexa, play WVTC Radio Skills.
Would you like to play WVTC Radio Network?
Absolutely. Download it today.
You're listening to WVTC Gospel Radio Detroit, and we're flowing in the Spirit.